some of those mitzvot, wow, they're really not easy to wrap your mind around. They just don't seem to make much sense. You know, like no meat and milk together. I mean, it says so in the Torah, but it really is not one of those easy mitzvahs to understand, like don't do to somebody else what you don't want done to yourself. That's an easy one to get. But no wool and linen, no meat and milk, come on. But it's from God, and it's called a mitzvah that's a statute. I want to tell you the Hebrew word. It's called a chukah. Hey, chukah, if you speak a little Hebrew, you'll say chukah. That sounds awfully like chakika, which means engraving. And yes, you're right. What's the difference between writing and engraving? Well, pressure for one. If you want to engrave something, you got to really put pressure on it in order to engrave deeply into the stone or into the, let's talk about a diamond. You got to really work hard there. You know the mitzvahs that you do that you don't understand, the one that's called chukah, the harder they are to get your head around, the more difficult it is for you to do because it's really not understandable to you. Why? But you do it because God said so. You know, those mitzvahs are engraved in your soul. They really make a huge, deep, and indelible impression because it's all about effort. And by the way, when you study Torah and it's really hard, you're trying to get a deep concept and you work and you toil, oh boy, does that really become engraved in your mind, heart, and soul. That's why we say, when you finish a degree, for example, in university, whether you worked hard or it came easy, you got the same degree. But when you worked hard to study Torah, if you had a little rough time about it, you get extra special reward, benefit, and connectivity to God the harder you worked. So next time you toil hard on a piece of Torah, next time you get a mitzvah that really doesn't speak to you, but you do it because God said so, you're connecting to God in the deepest possible way.
Moment of Wisdom. Sub-brief and life-changing moments. Join us. Subscribe to Moment of Wisdom channels on YouTube, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.